my screen. Well, oh,
This girl never liked. This girl never liked. Once upon a time, there was a lazy girl who lived in a small town. This girl never liked to work. Instead, she would sit all day in front of the mirror and daydream. She always complained about her shabby clothes and never tried to buy new ones. One day, the lazy girl went to the market. While walking past the shop windows, she bumped into a young girl named Karen.
oh,
The two of them fell to the ground at the same time. Karen's glowing red shoes caught the lazy girl's eyes. These were the shoes she had always dreamed of.
Well, I really like your shoes.
Oh, really? Thank you. Yes, I think they are very nice too.
Could you tell me where you got your shoes from?
Karen explained that her shoes were the only ones and were custom made for her. The lazy girl was very sad when she heard this. But if you bring me 3 bags of gold, I can give them to you. The lazy girl accepted this offer, saying that she was actually very rich, even though she did not have that much gold. However, the lazy girl, who had never worked in any job before, got a job at a bakery the next day. The baker asked her to make 10 loaves of bread and place them in baskets. The lazy girl began to knead the dough with difficulty. She was already bored when she just got the second loaf of bread.
Ugh, this job is not for me. I'm getting dirty.
When the baker wasn't looking, she crumpled the paper bags on the side and threw them into the basket. She placed 3 loaves of bread, which she had barely made, on top of them. Thus, to make the bread appear like there was more.
Wow! You finished it in such a short time! Well done! Here's a bag of gold for you!
The lazy girl ran home just as she grabbed the gold. She never went back to that shop again.
Only 2 bags of gold left. Once I earn them, the shoes will be mine.
It was the next day. The lazy girl got a job at the grocery store this time. The green grocer asked her to remove the rotten fruit, but the lazy girl didn't want to touch the rotten fruit.
Oh, but these rotten things will ruin my nails.
When the green grocer turned around, she arranged the good fruits on the top row. Thus, the rotten fruits remained at the bottom, and she could avoid touching them.
How did you arrange it so neatly? Well done! Here's a bag of gold for you!
The lazy girl took the gold and ran home. She never went to that grocery store again.
Just 1 more bag of gold left.
The lazy girl was so tired and bored with her work that she fell asleep while dreaming by the window. She dreamed that she was dancing at a ball. Everyone around her was admiringly watching her dance with her new clothes and shoes.
See how beautifully she dances.
I can't take my eyes off her shoes! How beautiful they are!
The lazy girl suddenly woke up.
I'll deceive 1 more person, and then I'll have another bag of gold.
She immediately went to the market. This time she got a job with a tailor. The tailor asked her to sew patches on the skirts with the right colors. But the lazy girl chose irrelevant colors for each patch and never managed to sew it properly.
Ugh, my fingers hurt because of the needle. Ugh, I can't do that anymore.
The lazy girl gathered up all the skirts and hid them aside. When the tailor came and asked, she said that the owners of the skirts came. They liked the patches very much and they took them away.
Oh, that's great. Well done. Here you go for your good work. A bag of gold for you.
The lazy girl ran home as she grabbed the gold. She never went to the tailor's shop again. She took the 3 bags of gold she had hidden in a corner and went to Karen happily.
Karen, look! 3 bags of gold. I earned them all with my hard work. Come on, give me the shoes.
Karen took the gold and handed the shoes to the lazy girl in a box. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, these are magical shoes. They don't hurt only honest and hardworking people. The lazy girl didn't pay attention to what Karen said. She immediately slipped the shoes on her feet. She was so happy that she started walking around the market, dancing. She saw a beautiful dress in a window. She wanted to stop to look at it, but the shoes wouldn't allow it.
Hey, what's going on? I can't stop. Help me! Help!
Everyone in the bazaar was watching the lazy girl who was dancing and jumping in amazement.
Look, isn't that the girl who deceived us? Oh, it's indeed her?
That girl tricked me too.
The shoes made the lazy girl dance in the market for hours. The girl's feet were so swollen after that she started to cry in pain.
Help me! My feet hurt so bad! I promise I will be a more honest and hardworking person from now on.
The baker, the greengrocer, and the tailor, who felt sorry for the lazy girl, rushed to her aid. They managed to catch her, albeit with difficulty, and remove the shoes from her feet. And the magical red shoes danced away by themselves.
Oh, thank you for saving me. Even though I lied to you and didn't do anything right. And you helped me despite that.
After that day, no one called the lazy girl again. Because she earned her gold by working honestly and without being lazy in every job she got. So she bought herself new clothes and a pair of shoes she loved so much. The only magic of these shoes was nothing but the joy of earning honestly.
If Cinderella would have forgotten about midnight and kept on dancing with the prince.
Okay. Wow. How was the story?
It's good.
It was good? Okay, so you liked it?
Yes.
Okay, now it's time to talk about the story. So, the story was about a
A lazy girl.
lazy girl. Okay, and tell me why lazy girl decided to work in a bakery?
Because she have to earn some gold to buy the magical red shoes.
Of course, because she wanted to have that glowing, shining, glowing red shoes. Of course, she wanted to have, so she decided to work in different places. Okay, where did she work at first?
First, she worked at the bakery.
So she started working in bakery. Okay, and what happened then?
She only made 2 bread.
Okay, 2. Okay, let me say something. 2 bread. We don't say 2 breads because bread is uncountable. So we don't say 1 bread, 2. If you want to count, you need to say loaf. For example, 1 loaf of bread. Now, if you wanted to say 2 or 3 for plural, so you need to say, for example, 3 loaves of bread. 3 loaves of bread. Okay, so loaf is 1. 1 loaf of bread, it means 1 bread. And 2, 3, 4, 5, we need to use loaves. Do we loaf 3 loaves of bread? Okay, but she didn't do her job perfectly, right?
Yes.
And what did she do?
She take the new bread of up from the bag, put into the box.
Okay, so first, yeah, of course, because she deceived or tricked the baker. So she started working in bakery and she deceived. It means she told lie to the baker. Okay, and then the second place that she started working was
At a market.
okay, grocery. Of course. Okay, and what did she do?
She have to take out the the experience fruit.
Yeah, okay. So she tried to hide rotten. When a fruit goes bad, we say rotten fruit. Okay, so rotten. You know, for example, when a fruit actually smells a bit bad, you know, and goes bad, we say it's rotten. So she tries to hide rotten fruits, yeah?
Yeah.
Again, she lied. She lied to green grocer. A person who has a grocery is greengrocers. So the man was greengrocer. So she lied to greengrocer. Okay, and she earned the second bag of gold. When the third place that she went to work was
Was the 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 textile store.
so she went to the tailor. Tailor, okay, a person who makes some clothes for people is tailor, yeah? She went and again she
She uh, she she hide the 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 different color of clothes.
of course, so she couldn't make it and again she deceived, she tricked, she said lie to Taylor. So she deceived means she tricked, yeah, and said lie to Taylor. And she could get the third bag of gold. Okay. When she earned 3, okay, 3 bags of gold, what she did?
She go to the 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 girl have the red shoes.
Yeah, of course, she Go, no, because we are talking about past. So she went and bought the red shoes. Yeah? And bought the red shoes. But what happened to her?
The red shoes is make she dancing.
So red shoes made her dance non-stop again and again. So made her dance. Okay? So red shoes made her dance because they were magical shoes. They were magical shoes. Okay. And then she started dancing, dancing, dancing until her feet were
hurt.
Yeah, were swollen, enlarged. Yeah, swollen means red, enlarged, enlarged. Okay. Okay. They became large, okay? And red, and of course, it was really painful. So, until her feet were swollen, okay? Well, she understood that she
She she she she have the three people help she take out the shoes.
of course, she took off the shoes. So she took off the shoes and decided to be a better person, okay? And what do we learn from the story? We learned that
That don't be honest.
you should be honest. You should be honest. Say the truth. Don't lie. Honest. Tell the truth. Okay, it means being honest. So you should be honest. Don't lie. Don't be lazy and be diligent. Diligent means hardworking. It means don't be lazy, right? We need to be diligent. We need to work hard, okay?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So is it good or bad to be diligent?
Good.
Very good. Okay, my dear Anne. So this is all about the story. Okay, well, now let's get started on our book. Well, and you have a good memory. As I remember, so because you remember all details about the story, so you have a really good memory. Okay, do you remember the last session we talked about memory and what we remember? Yeah, do you remember? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now we're going to watch another video about memory and learn some facts. Just I want you to have your pen or pencil and write down some notes that you hear, okay? Because I will ask you a few questions related to this video. Okay, my dear?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, let me play audio. That is one. Okay, fact flicks number 2. Okay, this is a video. Okay, unit 2.
Hi there, and welcome to Fat Flicks with me, Amy.
And me, Max.
And today's topic is memory. What do we remember and why? Now, the experts say that our earliest memories are from when we were about 3.5 years old.
3.5? Really?
What's your earliest memory, Max? What do you remember from about that time?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I remember when we moved to a new house when I was small. I don't remember very clearly how old I was, but I remember playing with my sister in the garden.
That's interesting. We often remember when things change. So we remember if we changed house or we changed school. And people often remember playing games. Here, look, your mum gave me this photo.
Oh, yes! I was so cute. Happy days.
We also remember times when we were very happy or very sad or very excited or scared.
I remember feeling scared at the dentist's once.
We remember strong feelings.
Happy birthday to me. What a great photo.
Photos and videos are great ways of reminding us about the past, but other things can bring back memories as well. Here, let's try an experiment. Close your eyes.
Seriously?
Yes. Now smell this. What is it and what memories does it bring back?
It's a pencil, right? Oh, wow. That reminds me of primary school. Incredible.
Yes, our senses are important for memories. What you see, hear, smell, taste and touch. But tell me this, what do you remember more? What you hear, see, say or do?
I remember more of what I do.
Exactly. So look.
Is this the serious part?
Yes. We remember this much of what we hear, this much of what we see, this much of what we see and hear, this much of what we say, this much of what we say and write, and this much of what we do. So, if you're a bit forgetful and you want to remember or memorize something,
say it out loud, repeat it, and write it down.
yes, and do that a few times, not just once. Then it goes from your short-term to your long-term memory.
Cool. I must remember that.
Well, write it down then.
Good idea. Hey, where's my pencil? Oh, I've lost my pencil.
Bye, everyone.
Where is it?
Well, okay. Now let me ask you a few questions. Okay. Well, share the screen again. Okay, well, my first question. Okay. Tell me, do you remember anything about the age of 3 or 4 when you were 3 or 4-year-old? Do you remember?
No.
No, okay. And what do we normally remember?
We can see, smell, touch.
Yeah. So we remember Something that we see, something that we smell, something that we hear, something that we do. Okay, and how about feelings? Do we remember feelings? Do we remember strong feelings? Okay, for example, what is a strong feeling?
I happy.
Yeah, so when you are happy, when you are sad, so you remember when you were sad, when you were happy, when you were excited, and when you were scared. Okay. Do you remember the time then that when you were scared? Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay. Would you talk about it? Would you tell me?
And that was my first time when I saw a horror film.
Oh, so yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Actually, I have the same memory. Yeah, I remember the first time, yeah, that I saw a horror movie and I started crying. And it was too bad. I was really scared, started crying, and I couldn't sleep. Yeah, I have the same memory. I remember, I think I was about 6 year old. Yeah. And do you remember how old you were when you saw a horror movie?
When I was 7 years old.
Yeah, 7, of course. Okay. And what can remind us about past? What can remind us? Make us remember about past?
Here.
So, photos. Yeah, photos and videos. So something, when we take some photos and we have them, when we see these photos, actually these photos remind us, help us remember. It was my birthday. For example, when we went on picnic with family. Okay, and videos. When we record something, it can help us remember everything, some events. Okay. Well, tell me, what do you remember most? So something that we hear, what we do, what we see, what we write. So which one? Most.
When I see.
See?
Yes.
We do. Yeah, so we remember. Do you remember? Let me show you. Actually, according to the video, we remember. Okay, this much of what we hear, this much of what we see, this much of what we see and hear, and this much. Oh, let me say right. Okay, so this much of what we say, this much of what we say and write. And this much are what we do. So, tell me, what can you remember most?
Do.
Of course. So, we remember what we hear the least. No, less than the others. Okay, so the best way, if you are a bit forgetful, what's the best way to remember thing is?
Say it out loud.
Very good. Say it out loud and
Repeat it.
repeat it and
Write it down.
write it down. Great job. Okay, my dear. Now let's keep going. Okay, well. Okay, how do we store our memories? Okay, well, now we're gonna read and listen to the article and answer some questions, okay? But before reading and listening to the article, to the text, we can guess, okay, we can guess the title, and actually we can guess what the text is about. Look, when we see this photo, this picture, yeah? And when we read this title, we call this title, the topic, the subject of the text. We can guess what the text is about. Okay, why memorize anything when it's all on the internet? Now, this is our title or topic or subject. Oh, let me change the color so that you can see it. Okay, title or topic of the text. Why memorize anything when it's all on the internet? And we can see something like camera, smartphone. Okay, now let's check this part. We looked at the pictures and title of the magazine article on page 17. Okay, now what do you think the article, the text is about? Article means a piece of writing, a text. A, why it is important to store memories. B, how technology changes what we remember. And C, how our memories are better now because of the internet. Which one can be? Just guess.
I think it's B.
B, okay. Good answer. Now, let's listen and read the article together, okay?
Yes.
Wow. Let me check. Okay, 1, 3.
Why memorize anything when...
Why memorize? Okay, listen and check the pronunciation of words. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Unit 2, page 16. Exercise 2.
Why memorize anything when it's all on the internet? Can you remember exactly what you were doing on this day 2 years ago? Probably not. But AnhNHM can. Say any date to Aurelian 4, 5, 6 years ago, and he can remember what he was wearing, what music he listened to, who he talked to, and if the sun was shining. Most of us can only remember about 11 events from each year of our lives, but Aurelian has a condition called hyperthymesia, which means he can remember almost everything. It's like the dates have pictures, he says. Unlike Aurelian, most of us don't have a perfect memory. How do you remember what you did last year? Well, you probably look for the past in your pocket, on your phone. That's where a lot of our memories are now. In photos, posts, and playlists. It's all online. Our smartphones also give us instant mobile access to all kinds of information 24/7. In the pre-digital past, things were different. People memorized numbers, names, addresses, times, dates, and directions because it wasn't practical to carry around address books, maps, and diaries. Nowadays, there's an app for everything. We are storing more and more information online, so we remember less and less. Think about it. When did you last memorize a telephone number? Do you know your own number? If most information that we need is now online in the cloud, why do we need to remember anything? Why fill our heads with facts and figures when they are a couple of clicks away? Why learn things when you can look them up? Some people say that this Google effect is making us stupid. But maybe the internet is making us smarter. Memorizing information takes time. Maybe it's more useful to learn how to find, compare, and use information. Here's a problem, though. Imagine you look up one sunny day and the cloud disappears. If a virus eats our data, do we lose the records, memories, and knowledge of a whole generation? Perhaps it's time to memorize a few phone numbers and buy a photo album, diary, and a notebook, just in case.
Wow, okay. What is hyperthymesia? What is hyperthymesia?
It's like the 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 pictures. The means he can remember almost everything.
Yeah, so when actually we say hyperthymesia, it means it's a condition that the person who has this condition, who has hyperthymesia, can remember everything. So they had really good memory. If you ask them about 4, 5, 6 years ago, they can talk about past in details, okay? So hyperthymesia means having a really good memory, okay? Would you read this? Would you say this word?
Hypothymesia.
Very good, hyperthymesia, okay. Well, do most of us have good memory, very good memory, like Aurelian?
No.
No, we don't have a perfect memory. Perfect means very good memory, okay? Well, when we say what it means, when we say past is in our pocket, we put past in our pocket, what it means?
It means it can in can save the memories.
Okay, so when we say past is in our pocket, what we mean? Can we put past in our pockets? Like, I don't know, like my pen to my pocket like this? Can I put my memories in my pocket? Can I put?
No.
Okay, so what it means when I say past is in my pocket? It means?
On your phone.
Of course. All information like photos, recording, videos, everything nowadays, everything is on our phones. And we put our phones in our pockets. So when we need something, some information from past, we only need to check our phones. So it means past is in our pockets. Okay, and tell me, in the pre-digital past, pre-digital, pre means before, pre means before, before digital tools, before telephone, before laptop, before, for example, some other gadgets, okay? How did people remember things? How did people remember things?
We can look for the past in the pocket.
No, listen. In the pre-digital, before, in the past, pre-digital means before all digital tools, like before smartphones, before laptop, before, I don't know, computers, so before all them, before, when there was no smartphone, when there was, for example, no laptop, anything. How did people memorize? How did people remember things?
And did the people memorize numbers, names, address, times, dates, and directions?
Directions, because?
Because it wasn't practical to carry around address, books, maps, and diaries.
Yeah, of course, because that was impossible. It was too difficult to carry around address book. For example, okay, I have an address book. Let's put it in my pocket and carry it everywhere. So people try to memorize everything. For example, okay, we couldn't carry, we couldn't take maps, diaries, books everywhere. So we needed to memorize. Okay, do you think internet make us stupid or smarter?
Good effect is making us stupid.
Really?
Because but maybe the internet is making us smarter.
So what do you think? Does it make us smarter or more stupid?
Smarter.
Yeah, you think more smarter, and why? Why do you think it make us more smart? Not more something like more intelligent, smarter, clever. Why do you think?
Because it can it can help me find something when I don't know.
Of course, yeah, of course. When you need to have some information about something, when you need to know something that you don't, you can Google it. You can search on internet. Okay, what is Google effect? Do you know the meaning of Google effect?
It's it's memories information.
Memorizing. Memorizing means remembering. So memorize means remember. Memorizing, saving in our brain or mind. So means remember. Memorizing, say again.
Memorizing.
Memorizing information. Yeah, Google effect means people don't need to memorize anything. We don't need, because you can always check everything quickly on internet, online. Yeah? So this is Google effect. People don't need to memorize because we can search, we can actually find and check everything easily and quickly online. This is Google effect. Get it?
Yes.
Okay, and the last question. But writer, author, or writer. So let me write. Author, as you can see here, we have another question. Okay. Here. What does the author want us to buy and why? An author means writer. What? What does writer want us to buy?
Because uh, uh, perhaps it's time to memorize a few phone numbers and buy a photo album, diary, and a notebook just in case.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes the internet fails. The internet fails. It means poor connection, or for example, no access. We have some problem with some issues related to internet. So we don't have access to internet, so we can't check. So we need to memorize. Sometimes, for example, our laptop can be broken and we can't use it. So we need to have a photo album, okay? In case that we don't have access to the internet, or for example, our phones or laptops, computers have some issues, have some problems, yeah? So we need. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, my dear. Well, do you have any questions about the sport, my dear?
No, I don't.
Okay, very good. Just don't forget about starting this text, this article again, okay? And answer these questions. I want you to answer these questions and send your answers to me, okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much, my dear. And it was really good time with you. Time to go again. So have a great week and see you next session.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye, my dear. Goodbye.